mic check.
Testing mic 1 2. Testing mic 1 2. Testing mic 1 2. Testing mic 1 2.
Audio's good.
Good. That's cool.
Ready?
Let's do it, man.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, for Week 12 recap show live from Alexandria, Louisiana,
In
in
a
the
Whataburger parking lot.
Hey, you do what you can for the fans.
That's right, man. That's right.
We just left Monroe, Louisiana. We made our way down to Alexandria, stopped to get a bite to eat, and said, let's grab the table, let's jump out the truck, let's do a dang recap show.
That's it. Let's get it done, because there's a lot of wows to come out tonight, babe.
Oh, yes. If you're up with us, we say good morning.
Good morning. That's
'Cause
right.
We're on the other side of the clock, Gary.
That's right. We
So,
are.
Those that will watch this tomorrow, we say hello for now and enjoy the show. If you haven't already hit the like and share, go ahead and hit it now. Let everyone know that Under the Lights is live and ready to talk football tonight.
That's right.
Gary, initial thoughts. What you just saw tonight and some of these scores from around the state.
First of all, tonight's game that we covered was an awesome game. I want to congratulate Abbeville again before we get to that. But man, I tell you what, Wassman and Abbeville, great game. Battle of the Wildcats. Great. It was cold, but we survived.
Yeah, it's cold right now.
It's cold. It is right now. But it was a great night. All across from what we were seeing and what we were listening to and checking out the scores, there's a lot of wows tonight. Some upsets, some scores that we thought were going to happen, some that were closer than we thought. It's a great night, but it's playoff football.
Playoff football, playoff weather.
Right.
Gary, last week I did a recap show from the front porch. This week we're doing the recap show from
a parking
the
lot.
parking lot of Whataburger. That just means that we are putting some miles in and traveling
Right.
the state of Louisiana for some of these playoffs.
Right. We love it. We love it. There's nothing more like playoff football.
Gary, we have some locals that won tonight.
Right.
We got a lot of congratulations to give our locals tonight.
Most definitely.
We will definitely
Most
mention
definitely.
those. We got some great semifinal matchups already set. We got some
Right.
great quarterfinal matchups set for
Right.
next week. Holy cow, what a week 13.
Yeah, it's awesome. Couldn't ask for better.
Okay, before we jump into some of these scores, I want to mention we will do one upset from each bracket, one game of the night that we thought, and we also giving away 3 helmet stickers from each bracket. So
Correct.
stay tuned and see if your team earned your Under the Lights helmet sticker of the week.
Right.
But before we do that, did not get a chance to talk about our sponsors
Right.
at the game at the end. We were kind of frostbite and had to hurry up and get out of there.
Jordy's fingertips couldn't poke no more. He couldn't do nothing with the phone, so he had to go warm up.
So we will talk about our sponsors for the next few minutes. So grab a Coke and sit on the couch and stay warm and enjoy the rest of the show. But before we get to the good stuff, we got to talk about some sponsors because they helped us get down here.
Yeah, most definitely.
Deaton's Cajun Kitchen, Buck and Duck, Abbeville Electric Supply, Redline 5 Pressure Wash, Leger's Polish Shop. Also, you probably got some Abbeville fans watching this on the way home.
Right.
You probably got some Abbeville coaches and players watching this on the bus right now.
Most likely.
So
most
if
likely.
you are watching us right now, hello and congratulations.
Yeah, great job.
Deaton's Cajun Kitchen, the all-new remodeled Deaton's Cajun Kitchen will be opening soon. Get ready, surrounding areas, serving steaks, fresh seafood, gourmet burgers, plate lunches, and and barbecue Sundays. Drive-through, call in, or dine in. They can't wait to see you. Also, Buck and Duck, ladies and gentlemen, specialize in land development, civil construction, tree services, debris removal, and hotshot trucking. No job is too big. Give owner Kenny Berry and his team a call today. How about Abbeville Electric Supply? It's locally owned and operated by Rob and Charlene Roy. They opened the business in 2004 and is currently located in the historical district of downtown Abbeville at 320 South State Street. Their passion lies in their ties to the community, their willingness to serve their customers in every aspect of the electrical or lighting needs. They invite you to come in for an estimate on your next project or just look forward to a cup of coffee. Experience what Abbeville Electric has to offer. So thank you to Abbeville Electric for being the game day sponsor tonight.
Right, enjoyed it. Pleasure meeting you guys.
How about Red Line 5 Pressure Wash? They are a pressure washing business based out of Vermilion Parish and operated in the Acadian area. Give them a call at 337-517-0796. Ask for owner Corey Broussard. So thank you to Corey Broussard and Red Line 5 Pressure Wash for being a game day sponsor.
Right.
And final game day sponsor, Leger's Polish Shop. Sat right on side of them tonight.
Yeah, sure did.
Some great people.
Yeah, even bought us a Coke.
Really nice people. Give them a call at 337-517-8686. Aluminum, stainless steel, brass, and copper polishing with a mirrored finish and metal restoration work. A purveyor of fine polished goods. So thank you to Leger's Polish Shop. All of our sponsors, once again, hats off. Thank you again for week 12.
Without you, we couldn't do all this, guys.
All right, Gary, we have upsets, games of the night, and helmet stickers to give out.
Let's do it.
We will start out in the 1A bracket, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start off and say, and also we will talk about next week's matchups in each bracket, okay? Logan Sport rolled tonight over Arcadia, expect it.
Right.
But you went to the next matchup. You had 9 seed, the Basile Bearcats, baby.
Right, you're right.
Against the Delta Charter. Basile hit the road tonight, went all the way up to Haynesville to take on Delta Charter. And ladies and gentlemen, how about them Basile Bearcats coming back home tonight with a win, and they are going to host a quarterfinal next week. From myself, Mr. Gary, and the entire team, we say congratulations to the Basile Bearcats on their second round win, Mr. Gary.
Right.
26-14 final score.
Great to hear you guys. Congratulations. You're getting to the quarterfinals. Now it's going to get tough. I'm going to tell you, we got a lot of great matchups next week. Just best of luck to all of you guys.
Next up, you had 5 seed Slaughter Community Charter and 12 seed West St. John. West St. John goes on the road and upset Slaughter Charter tonight, 18-6. Your first upset of the night. Right. We got a lot of them.
We got a big wow on that one because we didn't see that coming. A lot of people were thinking about Slaughter, kind of taking that next step. Well, West St. John said, no, not so fast.
Yes, indeed. Next up, Oak Grove, East Bow, meeting down at Oak Grove tonight, 4 seed versus 13 seed. Oak Grove, the defending state champs, would have no problem tonight. 41-14, they rolled over East Bow.
That was kind of expected, and I'm gonna tell you, to beat the champs, you got to beat the champs. You got to beat the champs, and Oak Grove said, nope, not so fast.
Gary, these next two teams met in the regular season in district play.
Sure did.
Grand Lake, Oberlin. It was decided by 7 points in the regular season. Tonight, it would be decided by 6 points.
Right.
Grand Lake survive at home against the 14 seed Oberlin Tigers, 13-7.
Right. Tell you what, when you play someone in district, you kind of know them, and you've been playing these teams over and over and over. And it was a dogfight out there, and they just came out on top.
Yes, indeed. Next up, Lincoln Prep in Haynesville. Haynesville, no problem tonight. They took care of business at home, 48-13.
Correct.
How about LaSalle and White Castle? This was a 7 seed versus 10 seed. Holy cow. how did this game end tonight? White Castle went on the road and knocked off LaSalle. LaSalle not far from where we're at right now.
Right down the street.
And beat them 41-40, Mr. Swallow. What a game.
That must have been an offensive shootout, and I tell you what, you couldn't ask for better than that. It's a game like that, it's a shame to see somebody lose, but, hats off to White Castle. Great job.
Great job indeed. And Homer takes care of Northwood Lena 46-6. So that is your look at the 1A bracket scores. How about we take a look at the future? What is going to happen in the quarters next week? Who's matching up with who? We start off. 1 seed Logansport has to hit the road and come down to Bearcat Country and take on the 9 seed Basile Bearcats. It should be an outstanding atmosphere when Logansport and Basile hook up next week. 1 versus 9 to trip to the semifinals.
I think it's going to be a packed house. Basile's going to rock. They're going to come in there. Logansport's going to come in there. They're going to travel well. That stadium is going to be rocking. Should be a great atmosphere. Good luck to both teams, but I think we're kind of pulling for the Bearcats a little bit too. We want to make sure of that, but good luck. It's going to be a great atmosphere, great quarterfinal football.
Yes, indeed. How about your next quarterfinal matchup? West St. John coming in as the 12 seed will take on the defending state champs in Oak Grove. This is a 4 versus 12 in the quarterfinals. Something's got to give. Somebody's going to the semis.
Going to be a hard job for West St. John's, but hey, Oak Grove is the champions until you beat them, and that's what they're banking on. And it's going to be I think it's going to be a good game. Don't know how I'm going to pick, but I have an idea.
Next up, your next quarterfinal, 3 seed Grand Lake versus 6 seed Haynesville. Watch out. Tornadoes are coming into town.
Better watch it. That's
long road trip for the Tornadoes coming down to Lake Charles next week.
But I think that's going to be probably one of the closest games of the 1A bracket in the quarters. So that should be an interesting ball game.
Yes, indeed. Your last quarterfinal matchup next week. You want offense? You got it. 2 seed Homer, 10 seed White Castle. They're both explosive, and they meet up in the quarterfinals next week.
Both of these teams know how to score, and it's just which defense is going to be the one to slow down the other. That's going to be very interesting.
Next up, Gary, we have upset of the 1A bracket tonight.
Yep.
Let's take a look at this and choose our upset of the bracket. And we have to hand it out to West St. John, don't you think?
Yeah, most definitely. I was thinking the same thing when I was looking at them earlier. That was an upset.
West St. John earns Under the Lights Class 1A upset of the night.
Correct.
Congratulations to West St. John, right?
Right, most definitely.
How about games of the night, Gary? You don't have to look far. When you want to say game of the night, who is it? None other than White Castle over LaSalle, 41-40. That is your game of the night. It goes to White Castle. Congratulations. Correct. Gary, now we pick 3 helmet stickers from this bracket, okay? 3 helmet stickers to hand out 1A schools. And I'm gonna start us off, Gary. Mm-hmm. My first helmet sticker goes to White Castle for that thrilling win.
I agree.
My second helmet sticker will go to Grand Lake. That's a local.
Right. And
my final helmet sticker goes to the Basile Bearcats on the road, getting it done in the second round.
I got to agree with you on all 3 of those, but I'm going to do things. My helmet stickers are going to be a little bit different. They're going to be for the powerhouses, the ones that are there. I think, number 1, Logansport, dominant. Got to have a helmet sticker for them because they just showed that they were on top. Number 2, helmet sticker is going to be basically for let's see, Oak Grove. I think Oak Grove did a great job, 41-4, and I think actually Homer. I think this is going to be good to where we're going to possibly see Logansport and Homer in the final. So
Very
I
well.
got to give those three. It's not that the other guys didn't want it, but you got to, these powerhouses that come in there, those ones that are dominating all year, they got to be recognized sometimes too.
Yes, indeed. All right, shifting gears and heading to the Class 2A brackets here. We got quarterfinal matchups that are set tonight, but
Right.
before we get there, we have to talk about the second round, Mr. Swallow.
Let's do it, man.
We also have to pick an upset. We also have to pick a game of the night, and we also have to give 3 helmet stickers out. All right, let's start off this football scores in 2A second round bracket. Manny, you're defending state champs, no problem on the road tonight. They beat East Feliciana 51-22. Holy cow, what a
Game
next
2.
matchup.
Man.
Your 8 seed, Rose Pine Eagles. Your 9 seed, the Red River Bulldogs. It took double overtime
2 times.
and a 2-point
two-point
conversion for the win to give Rose Pine the win tonight. What a game.
Tell you what.
Final score 43-42 Rose Pine in double overtime.
Right. Jordy, I haven't seen Rose Pine live, but I've seen a Red River, and this surprises me, but just tells me how good Rose Pine is. So I'm going to tell you right now, that is an awesome score. 2 great teams. This truly is, when I say it's sad that one team lost, this is a game that reminds me of that, because both of these teams deserve to win and go to the next level.
You're right, my friend. Next up, our friends down in DeQuincy.
Right.
Could they get it done at home tonight? A big challenge awaited them. I know the community was excited. I know the kids were amped. But
Jack? Excuse me, Jake?
Yeah.
Jake?
But
Jack.
North
I said
Caddo
Jack. I'm
comes
sorry,
in
Jake.
and they get it done on the road. Final score 58-28. They beat DeQuincy on the road. This game was close at halftime.
Right.
Something happened in the second half where things took off.
It made adjustments that DeQuincy couldn't react to. I mean, it happens. When you have good teams, they make
true.
adjustments, and it just, when those adjustments work, they take off.
That is true, Daniel. This is Rose Pine's first trip to the quarterfinals in school history.
Really?
Yes.
Well, congratulations to Rose Pine. That is great.
Correct. All right. Next up, Avoyles and Winfield in a rematch. These 2 teams met in district play. Avoyles would have no problem in that one. Tonight, Winfield came ready to play.
Oh yeah, it was closer than I thought it was going to be, but
Avoyles at home, they get it done, 30-21 to move to the quarterfinals for their first trip in school history. So 2 teams tonight in the Class 2A bracket going to the quarters for the first time in school history. What a headline!
That's awesome. And I'm gonna tell you, we went watch Avoyles for the first time against Red River, and yes, they didn't come out on top, but let me tell you something. This team plays a unique style of offense, and they are good at it.
Mm-hmm.
So look out. They have a good shot to, make some noise, and hopefully we'll see them in New Orleans.
Gary, General Trash came all the way down to Welsh and had no problems tonight. They took out Welsh 40-20.
That's General Trash. That's expected. I hate to say it that way. Love our local people, but General Trash is a good team.
A really good football team up north.
Right.
Next up, Kinder in a meet. Could the Yellow Jackets reel off 2 upsets back-to-back weeks? They had their hands full tonight with a meet. They played them closer than I expected, Gary.
I did too. They did. I thought they were.
I heard these kids play well tonight.
Right.
Which, congratulations on a good season, Kinder. You have to give the hats off to them because they're very young.
Right.
Very young football team that's going to be back and ready and loaded next year.
We were talking about that earlier. They're a year away from really dominating. I think they got a chance to get back to the Dome real soon. But this year, tonight, A-Meet was a little too tough for them.
35-20. A-Meet advances after going to Kinder and knocking off the Yellow Jackets.
Correct.
Next up, Jonesboro Hodge and Mangum. That just sounds good football right there.
And it was.
Yeah.
It really was.
7 seed Jonesboro Hodge scored 28, Mangum 18. Mangum knocked out the playoffs in the second round. Mangum was in the semis last year.
Right.
So they have an early trip from the 2A bracket tonight. And you got this next one, Gary.
Wow, this was one of my wows.
You know they say it's hard to beat somebody twice in 1 year.
Right.
This is proven facts right here.
Yeah.
Right in front of your eyes. You
And
got
the way they lost.
The 15 seed Franklin Hornets against the 2 seed Loreauville Tigers at Loreauville.
Right.
And Franklin goes in there and say, you can beat us in district play. We're going to beat you when it matters.
In the playoffs,
In
right.
the playoffs, on your field. That's not what I was expecting. But holy cow, what a win.
But how they did it.
A block
field goal
at the end
of the game.
Final,
Franklin went in there and blocked the field goal.
Final score 16-14. Franklin goes on the road and gets it done. Congratulations to the Hornets for sure.
Most definitely.
All right, that is your look at the scores from the second round. Let's take a trip into the Class 2A quarterfinals. The matchups are set, Gary.
Yep.
How about this matchup? 1 seed Manny versus 8 seed Rose Pine next week. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's going to be
a battle of the quarterbacks.
You're right.
Next up, you have 5 seed North Caddo and 4 seed Avoyelles. Avoyelles might keep the football from them the entire game.
That's what I say.
Because North Caddo can score.
Right. But you give Avoyelles the ball, and it's a 8 to 10 minute drive, and it's boom, 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 first down, boom, 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 first down, and they just keep the ball, and the clock keeps running. That's going to be an interesting ball game.
You know what else is interesting?
What's that?
This next one. 3 seed General Trash versus 6 seed 8 Warriors. This has state championship circled all over it.
Right.
This very well could have been your state championship game, but somehow they fell on the same side of the bracket, and we get a dandy in the quarters.
Right. It's going to be awesome. A-Meat has a lot of tradition. General Trash, need I say more? Tradition on that side of the ball, too.
They're very new to tradition over there.
Well, I know that, but the thing about it is that since they've been winning, they've been pretty fruitful. They've started to where they feel like they can win anytime.
Yes.
And I'm very I think this is going to be a very high intensity ball game.
Oh yes.
Very much.
Next quarterfinal matchup will be 7 seed Jonesboro Hodge having to hit the road and go all the way down to Franklin and take on the 15 seed Hornets. 7 versus 15 in the quarters.
Can Franklin, take the momentum of beating Loreauville, and just build on it and take down Jonesboro Hodge? We'll find out.
Gary, it's Thanksgiving week. Anything
can happen. You're right. It's out there. And it's Thanksgiving week, so guess what? Everybody's got where they want it. Everybody wants to be playing the week of Thanksgiving.
Yes. All right, time to move on to upset of the night, and we have to give it to Franklin, Gary.
That's right. We'll point at that one right there.
Franklin over Loreauville tonight, 16-14. Franklin earns upset of the night.
Correct.
In the Class 2A bracket.
Right.
How about games of the night? None other than Rose Pine and over Red River tonight. Final score 43-42 and double overtime. Rose Pine earns game of the night.
You're right.
Gary, time to give out some helmet stickers.
Me and you might be having the same ones this time because I think we got pretty much thinking pretty much the same.
My first helmet sticker goes to Franklin High School.
That's right. Mine too. It was obvious.
My second helmet sticker goes to Avoyelles High School. First trip to the quarters.
Right.
My third helmet sticker goes to Rose Pine. First trip to the quarters. And you have a great matchup.
I'll agree with you 100% on all 3 of those because that's what was coming in my mind. I thought the same thing, Jordan.
So that was your look at the Class 2A brackets. We are heading to Class 3A.
Wide open.
I know they got a lot of excited fans in the chat right now. They got a lot of Abbeville fans on the ride home
You're
listening
right.
to us talk right now.
Probably
they got
so.
a lot of Abbeville fans that are home warm listening to us right now. We
need some hot chocolate.
We're going to get to them. But let's start off with Sterlington and Westlake, ladies and gentlemen. 1 seed hit the road tonight to take on 17 seed Westlake and Sterlington. Close at first.
Well, yeah.
Rolled in the second half, 51-27.
You're right.
This next matchup, Thursday night football, we attended this game.
Right, sure did.
8 seed Madison Prep and 9 seed St. James. Final score, Madison Prep, by the way of Zion Chris's legs. 33-10, Madison Prep advances.
And St. James scored first.
Yes.
You know, it was unbelievable.
About the Church Point Battling Bears, baby. Their defense is sick.
It's for real. It's for real.
It's nuts. They go on the road tonight, Gary, and shut out Donaldsonville 35-0. What has John Craig built over there?
He has built a program. Let me tell you something. Church Point's always been a powerful, team as far as strong. But this man has developed a group of players that are hungry, and they're hungry for a state championship. Never won a state championship that I know of, and I think this is going to be one of their
semifinals was their farthest they went ever last year.
Right, and I think that this year they have a chance to take it. So, good job, Church Point.
Gary, this next matchup, was Iowa looking ahead to Church Point and got slipped up tonight and let West Feliciana beat them?
I believe so, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't see that coming.
Gary, West Feliciana at home tonight takes down the 4 seed Iowa 35-27.
That was unexpected.
When they say throw the records out in the playoffs, they are true. You had a 6-5 team beat a 10-1 team tonight.
Right.
In the second round of the playoffs.
Couldn't believe
Throw
that.
the records away.
That's
May
right.
the best team win on the field.
That's right. You play it on the field.
Next up, St. Martinville and Iota. A rivalry renewed.
This one I was sorry because they're both locals, and but I knew the Ville was going to be a hard team to beat, and I knew Iota was going to be good. They put up some points, but not enough.
St. Martinville's offense clicking down the
All
stretch.
cylinders going.
They are full motors. It was a final score, St. Martinville 62, Iota 28. So congratulations to the Tigers, heading to the quarters.
The Ville, let it go.
How about Lutcher and Bogalusa meeting tonight?
Lutcher's a good team.
54-26. Lutcher gets it done. Ross, we talked a lot about Basile in the earlier segments.
Most definitely.
You missed a good segment. Union Parish and the Trey Holly Show.
Right.
They get it done at home tonight, 22-0, but the defense pitches a shutout.
Yeah.
Gary, next week, you got running back versus running back.
You're
you
right.
got 2,000-yard rusher versus 2,000-yard rusher.
Right.
You got Blake Sadler versus Trey Holly next week. It
Right.
does not get any better than that.
That's right. We got to talk next. The game that we saw tonight was awesome.
Folks, we traveled over 2 hours and 30 minutes to watch this matchup and cover it for 1.6 thousand people watching at one time. Wassman and Abbeville met down in Monroe, Louisiana tonight, and let me just tell you, the Abbeville Wildcats come on the road tonight and get it done. Abbeville, you're heading to the quarterfinals for the first time since 2001. From everyone at Under the Lights, we say congratulations, and we look forward to Thanksgiving week with Abbeville High School. Final score, Abbeville 28, Wassman 20. Gary, it got interesting after that punt recovered for a touchdown. It got interesting. But Blake Sadler with a cutback took it 60-plus yards, and that was the final nail. Defense comes in. They played well all night.
Let me tell you something.
If it wasn't for the penalties,
Right.
Wassman would not be set up with as many those scores as they did. 'Cause
Well, I want to say one thing too, though. Abbeville's defense stood up and stuffed two, not one, two 2-point conversions.
yes.
And that's what it was to hold them. I mean, the momentum was actually in the hands of Wassman. Abbeville's defense got them there and stuffed them. That's where it killed the momentum.
Gary, you look at this. They got 20 points on the board. One of them came from that special teams touchdown.
Correct.
The other one came from about 45 yards worth of penalties to march them right down the field.
Right.
So
really, they scored once.
really, they scored once with Abbeville's defense playing great football tonight.
Most definitely.
So,
But congratulations to Abbeville. Look forward to seeing y'all in the future, and hopefully, punch that ticket to the dome.
Yeah.
Love to see that.
that week, that matchup next week, holy cow!
That's going to be awesome.
All right, here is your look into the future. Your quarterfinal matchups. What a matchup!
Right.
I told you 3A was a damn good bracket. You see it on this paper in front of us.
Right.
You got the 1 seed Sterlington versus the 8 seed defending state champs. Gary, what you said about Oak Grove? Until you beat the champion,
until you beat them, you not the champs. They the champs.
they
You
are
gotta beat
still
'em.
the champs, and they gonna go up to Sterlington next week. That is great football.
You right.
Sterlington and Madison Prep. Somebody tell me.
And if Sterlington wants to be the champions, they gotta beat the Prep.
How about next week? 5 seed Church Point and 20 seed West Feliciana. Church Point battling Bears at home against West Feliciana. I don't know, Gary.
I don't know,
I think this one might be a rout.
I'm gonna tell you, I think Church Point is the real deal, and I love the fact that West Feliciana did a great job tonight. But man, next week, I'm gonna have to think hard about that. But I think I'm gonna pick Church Point. Got to stick with our local boys.
You want another local? St. Martinville, the 3 seed,
DeVille
against the 6 seed Lutcher. What an outstanding matchup next week in the quarterfinals between St. Martinville and Lutcher. That is excellent football.
The offense is there. Which defense is going to slow down the other? That's going to be the $1 million question.
Gary, Lutcher got to go to DeVille.
I know, and that's going to be a burden on that, because I think it's hard to beat St. Martinville at home. It's hard.
And your final quarterfinal matchup, folks, are going to be talking about this one all night. They're going to be talking about this one Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then Friday,
It's
the
going to be there.
punching, the freaking gloves are going to come off, and it's going to be an all-out war
You're
when
right.
you have Abbeville and Union Parish meet up inside the lines
At Abbeville. They're going to be at Abbeville.
That place is going to be rocking.
It's going to be
There's
shaking,
going to
baby.
be standing room only. Who's cooking next Friday night and inviting me and Mr. Gary?
That's fine.
go eat.
We got to have that and hopefully some hot chocolate or something like that, because it's going to be cold, I believe. Good weather for football.
When you look at these matchups, that's one that intrigues you so much.
Right. You see
You
it.
hate to see one of those teams lose in the quarters, but you know one of those teams' quest for the state title will
We'll continue.
keep going. It's
Correct.
going to be good football. We can't wait to maybe cover,
Maybe not.
maybe not. We
We'll
don't
see.
know.
We're going to see where we're going to go.
Yep. Entire Abbeville and Plus will be at that game next week.
You're right.
All right, Gary. We looked at our quarterfinals. How about upset of the night? Do we have any? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Right there.
Your upset of the night in the Class 3A bracket goes to none other than West Feliciana of earning Class 3A. Upset of the night.
Yeah, that was a shocker. I didn't expect that. You see a 6-5 team and a 10-1 team.
Gary, you look at games of the night. You got to give it to Abbeville High School.
Yeah, we were there.
Over Wossman.
We
covered that one. You look at the entire 3A bracket, and that matchup right there earns game of the night. Congratulations to the Abbeville Wildcats for earning game of the night in the Class 3A bracket.
You're right. I agree with you 100%.
Oh, Gary, it's time to give out some helmet stickers. 3 helmet stickers to give out. We're going to start off with Church Point.
Most definitely.
A shutout on the road tonight.
Right.
You got to give it to the Battling Bears. They
Right.
earned the first helmet sticker tonight.
Most definitely.
Your next helmet sticker, got to give it to St. Martinville. On the road tonight, representing in the top 5 seeds, and they earned the second helmet sticker of the night.
Right.
Your final helmet sticker. Who can get the final helmet sticker? Oh, wait. Abbeville Wildcats.
That's right.
You earned
Right there.
helmet sticker of the night. Congratulations to all 3. Quarterfinals, baby. Turkey
Here we
week.
go. Turkey week. Everybody wants to be playing Thanksgiving week.
Yes, indeed. All right, moving along to Class 4A brackets. Edna Carr, no problems at home tonight against Eunice, 53-7. George Washington Carver, no problems on the road tonight over Plaquemine, 40-12. Then we get Westgate. Westgate comes in as a 5 seed, taking on Leesville down in Westgate tonight. It wasn't much offense going on tonight.
No, very close
Might have
game.
been 2 touchdowns and two-point conversions.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
But Westgate gets it done at home 16-7. They're going to have to get their offense rolling
Right.
if they want to make a run for it.
You're right.
Northwood Shreveport takes care of North Dakota 19-9. Now, that's an unusual score.
Yeah, that is. 'Cause it looks like some missed extra points or something like that.
Warren Easton tonight goes to Opelousas High School and takes down the Tigers 67-6. Warren Easton,
Right.
the Eagles, they're primed to make a run for that dome appearance.
Right.
I don't want to say make a run for the state championship. I'm gonna just say make a run for the dome.
Right. Love my Opelousas High Tigers. I mean, they're homeboys, everybody like that. Big D and, everybody, Chris. But they just ran into a juggernaut.
You took the words right out of my mouth, brother.
Right.
How about Belle Chase making the 6-hour drive tonight down to Shreveport to take on Huntington? Belle Chase upset Huntington tonight, 31-28, Gary, on a game-winning field goal?
Game-winning field goal, right.
A game-winning field goal on the road. That's a fun ride back.
That is, and that's a shocker to me because when you look at that and you play that close, especially have a 6-4 team and a 9-0 team or 9-2 team. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
9-2 team. That's got to be up for one and down for the other. So congratulations to Belle Chase. Great job.
Yes. How about Cecilia Bulldogs, one of the locals, still going strong.
Right.
They get it done in what was a shootout of a game over Lakeshore tonight, 44-37. So congratulations to the Bulldogs.
You're right. Most definitely.
How about Karen Crow and Neville? Last year, these two teams met up. Karen Crow was on
Fire.
the right side of the wind.
They were on fire.
Tonight, Karen Crow almost took down Neville back-to-back years. I did not see the score this close.
Right.
I thought Neville was primed to make a state championship run. They struggled tonight against Karen Crow. That was a wounded Karen Crow.
Right.
That's a young Karen Crow.
Starting quarterback gone, running back, gone.
Yes.
So next man up for Karen Crow. Great job.
Tell you
Almost
what,
done it, but not quite.
It's hard to beat Karen Crow
In the Crow Dome.
Dome, but Neville finds a way tonight, and what is another unusual score, Gary?
Right.
19-15, Neville takes down Karen Crow.
You're right.
You got something?
I don't know.
All right, moving along to the Class 5A brackets. What about? Oh man, we done skipped the whole
thing, man. Hold up. We got to do
We got an upset of the night.
Right.
Upset of the night goes to Bell Chase
Right.
over Huntington. Bell Chase earns upset of the night.
Correct.
Games of the night, I believe it has to go to Neville and Carencro.
That's
Mr. Swallow.
I agree. I was
Neville
wanting that.
earns game of the night. 3 helmet stickers, Mr. Swallow. I got to give one to Westgate.
Right.
My second one, I got to give to Bell Chase. That's a long road trip.
That is.
Going to get the win. And my final helmet sticker tonight goes to
I'm going here.
the Cecilia Bulldogs.
I'm going to see. Congratulations, Cecilia. We've been watching them all year, and I'm gonna tell you right now, they've shown us that they got some grit. Very, very proud of them. Congratulations for that.
Next week, Mr. Swallow.
Mm-hmm.
1 seed Edna Carr hits the road to take on 9 seed George Washington Carver in the quarterfinals.
Teams familiar with each other, same area. Look out. It's going to be a wild one.
How about 4 seed Northwood Shreveport? They will welcome in 5 seed Westgate next week.
That's going to be a
Interesting
ball game.
4 and 5 seed.
Right.
3 seed Warren Easton hits the road to take on 11 seed Bell Chase next week.
That's a surprising matchup because I didn't think Bell Chase was going to get there. Warren Easton's a tough team. Bell Chase is going to have to work really hard to get ready for that game.
7 seed Cecilia will make the trip down to Neville next week in the quarterfinal matchup.
If Cecilia plays like they have been playing and Neville plays like they did tonight, now I don't know what happened tonight. Hey, might be an interesting turnout.
Hard to win at Neville.
I know, it is, very much. But like I said, anything can happen. This is the playoffs.
Yes. Gary, Zachary and East Ascension in the 5A bracket tonight met up. And East Ascension almost pulled off the upset
I
of the year.
saw that, man. I was in shock.
Final score, Zachary escapes on the road, 24-21. Looked like a field goal, the difference
Right.
maker.
Don't ever underestimate East Ascension. That's like East Ascension, Santa Maria, Zachary, all of these teams like that. Man, you don't ever underestimate those teams. And that's rivals, too.
Yep. West Monroe went on the road tonight, blew out Chalmette 49-7.
Yep.
Ruston at home tonight against Benton takes care of business 56-16. Destrehan takes care of Woodlawn and Baton Rouge by 9, 29-20. Ponchatoula blows out John Ehret tonight 50-7.
That was surprising to me.
Wichita Parish had to make the long road trip down to Denham Springs. They win tonight in a close one, 20-14. How about the Wrecking Rams of Acadiana? Their quest for a three-peat is still in full force, Mr. Swallow.
Fear the Veer. It's
Fear the
real.
Veer. Every week they make us more of a believer that they can go win a three-peat.
They are peaking. After those 2 losses, it's like a switch was tripped, and they have been dominant ever since. Fear the Veer. Look out for them.
Next week, they even got another home game. My
Yes.
goodness, they can find themselves into the semis.
Isn't that crazy?
Final score tonight, Acadiana takes down Santa Mont 56-23. I think the offense found their way.
Right, most definitely.
Final game in 5A was 18 seed Parkway and 2 seed Captain Shreve. Who saw this one coming?
Not me.
Parkway takes down Captain Shreve tonight 30-23. What a win for Parkway.
That surprised me so much. I couldn't believe it. I thought Captain Shreve was going to walk. I was anticipating a Captain Shreve Acadiana matchup.
Yes.
And it just didn't go that way. So now it's going to be Acadiana and Parkway.
All right, take a look down into the future for the 5A brackets. Ladies and gentlemen, Zachary hosts West Monroe next Friday night. Zachary and West Monroe Oh, baby, get your popcorn.
That's familiar rivals. We usually see them in the state championship.
Yes.
But
Not in
now
the
we're going to see them
quarterfinals.
in the quarterfinals. Look out. That's going to be an interesting ball
You
game.
better get there early.
Most definitely. It's going to be packed.
Destrehan, Ruston, next week. Buy your tickets.
Don't
Wait.
underestimate Destrehan. Destrehan has been a quiet number 4. They have not been doing it.
They have not
Look
been beat
out.
this year.
Look out. They're undefeated. They're going to make a run
They better buy their tickets.
early. You're
Don't
right.
wait till Friday to go get your tickets for that one. Ponchatoula, Wichita Parish, next Friday night. Winner of this one punches their ticket to the semis. It's going to be a heck of a game
Right.
between Wichita Parish and Ponchatoula. And your final game in the quarterfinals, Acadiana Wrecking Rams, ladies and gentlemen, versus Parkway. It's going to be Wrecking Rams, Fear to Veer versus Parkway Spread next Friday night. Get your popcorn ready.
It's going to be
You better show
fun.
up to the tailgate.
Yeah, boy, you better, because I'm going to tell you right now.
They cook some good food at Wrecking Rams.
You're right. And they have last 3 games that I've gone to for the playoffs, it was standing room only. You were shoulder to shoulder and about 5 or 6 deep. It was all the way around the stadium. It's packed.
And it took about an hour and a half to get out the parking lot.
You're right. Once it was over with, people just didn't want to go. They stayed there.
All right, Mr. Gary, upset of the night in the Class 5A bracket. You gotta give it to Parkway over Captain Shreve.
That's right.
Parkway earns Class 5A upset of the night.
Correct.
How about games of the night? Who do you give games of the night to? I see it, Gary. I see it up top. You got to give it to Zachary.
Right.
Over East Ascension tonight, 24-21.
That's the equivalent of a state championship right there. So you got to give it to them.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely.
3 helmet stickers, my friend. Number
Okay.
1. It's going to have to go to Acadiana Wrecking Rams.
Right.
Fear to Veer, hitting on all cylinders, and they earned the first helmet sticker. Got to give the second one to Parkway.
Right. Most definitely.
They get a big win over a good team. And your final helmet sticker tonight, give it to Destrehan.
Right.
They stay undefeated on the year. Gary, they move to 9-0.
Right. Most definitely. Those 3 right there are making noise, and they're making it noise. And Destrehan's making noise, but they're doing it silently. They're just,
Yes.
this is business, let's do it.
All right, let's move to the Division I brackets. These should go a little bit quicker, folks. Catholic of Baton Rouge and St. Aug met tonight, and St. Aug gave Catholic of Baton Rouge fits.
Gave them everything they wanted.
Gary, at one point we saw St. Aug up in the fourth quarter, 28-21. What the hell happened in the fourth quarter for this one to finish 42-35?
Catholic of Baton Rouge woke up.
But St. Aug they scored again also.
Yeah, but Baton Rouge scored 3. Catholic of Baton Rouge scored 3 times
In the fourth
in the
quarter.
fourth quarter.
Final score, Catholic of Baton Rouge. Hold your breath if you're a Bear fan tonight. They win 42-35
Right.
against the 8 seed. You like defense? St. Paul's shuts down a high-powered Scotlandville offense tonight and win 20-17. Gary,
Right.
Brother Martin, they went down to
To
Bird
Bird.
tonight. And they beat them 45-14. Where was the competitive game we was expecting?
Brother Martin is not an 11 seed.
Exactly.
That is not
But
an 11
Bird-
seed.
But Bird is still a good football team. They just
Bird-
got their butts kicked.
Right. But Bird is not the team like Brother Martin is. Brother Martin should have been a 1, 2, or 3 seed. sorry. The sanctions and the forfeitures and everything got all that, but that Brother Martin team is a fine football team, and look out for them.
Yes. All right. Jesuit and John Curtis. Final score, Jesuit 14, John Curtis 13. A little birdie told me this one finished with a blocked extra point for the win.
Right.
If that's the case, holy cow. Jesuit,
You're right.
Holy cow.
That's a big wow in my book.
Yes, indeed.
John Curtis, I'm going to tell you something. You might like him, you might not like him. John T. Curtis builds a winning football tradition every year. And for Jesuit to block an extra point, that is amazing, because
Gary,
John T. Curtis makes his special teams are awesome.
It has to be Jesuit's year, Gary.
Most definitely.
They're undefeated. They got one of the best defenses in the state, and they just took out John Curtis that has had their number for so many years.
But they have a long road to hoe. They got a team that's coming in that's going to give them some trouble. I think.
Goodness. Next week.
Next week's going to be crazy.
This Division I bracket. All right, let's take a look into the future. The semifinals next week. Catholic of Baton Rouge and St. Paul's in the semifinals next week. Can St. Paul's defense give Catholic of Baton Rouge fits next week? I don't know. That's why we have to watch the game.
Yeah. This is going to do one or two things. It's going to either wake
we are in the parking lot.
Yeah,
folks.
we are in the parking lot. Bear with us, guys. St. Paul's is going to either play up and Catholic of Baton Rouge is just going to coast, or Catholic of Baton Rouge is going to wake up and say, "Oh my God, we almost got beat. Look out."
Yes.
Yeah.
Your next semifinal game next week is probably your state championship worthy semifinal game when Brother Martin's offense meets Jesuit's defense next week. It does not get any better than Brother Martin and Jesuit in the semifinals next Friday night, ladies and gentlemen.
You're right.
You gotta have to keep an eye out on that score next week.
Most definitely.
All right, upsets of the night. We don't really have one. Games of the night. You got to give it to Jesuit and John Curtis.
Right, most definitely.
Jesuit earns game of the night. And we have 4 schools here. So let's give out one helmet sticker.
Right.
Helmet sticker for tonight. I got to give it to Jesuit.
Right, most
Finally
definitely.
getting over the Curtis hurdle.
Right.
They've been so many years.
Curtis has dominated them in the past.
So many years.
But Jesuit, this is their year. I have a feeling that this may be their year.
They have a huge test next week, but this is one of their best teams in recent years.
Definitely.
Moving along to the Division II brackets. Edie White's defense is
For real.
for real.
Most definitely.
They get it done at home tonight, 21-3. They have not scored many points this year, but they haven't given up any also. So Edie White wins 21-3 over Parkview Baptist tonight.
Correct.
How about the Walker Howard show on the road down at Liberty Magnet tonight? All they did was hang up 63, Gary.
Right.
63-35. St. Thomas More, quest for a repeat, lives another week.
Jordy, since he broke his leg, or fractured it, I don't know the extent of his injury, how bad it was. But since he's been back, he's been lighting it up. He's been going crazy.
You think that senior wants to go out like that?
Yes. He wants to go out a champion. He wants to bring another title to Lafayette, and if he keeps playing that way, he got a shot.
He's got a shot. At your next matchup, Loyola Prep hosting Vanderbilt Catholic tonight. I thought this was a sneaky upset pick here, and Vanderbilt Catholic gets it done 31-24.
Correct.
De La Salle, your state runner-ups from last year, taking on ULAB tonight. ULAB has flexed their muscle all season long, and they do it again tonight. Final score, ULAB 29, De La Salle 7. Gary, upset of the night goes to Vanderbilt Catholic over
Yes.
Loyola Prep.
That's obvious, yes.
Your game of the night goes to Vanderbilt Catholic over Loyola Prep.
Right.
And your helmet sticker of the night goes to St. Thomas More and Walker Howard.
Right. You got to give him that because, I mean, he's just been lights out. You know, his performance is unbelievable right now.
Yes. Next week, E.D. White hosts St. Thomas More for a chance to go to the big dance.
Can E.D. White's defense control Walker Howard?
Offense versus defense
That's
next
right.
week, big boys.
That's right.
And then you have ULAB versus Vanderbilt Catholic.
That's going to be another one.
This might be a mismatch.
Might be. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't want to play ULAB right now.
Right. All right. Division III bracket. LCA and Ascension Episcopal hooking up down in Lafayette tonight. Final score, the Knights quest for number 5. Their hashtag this year, drive to number 5.
Driving, right.
33-10, LCA moves one step closer. Gary,
I picked this one.
Newman and Episcopal play tonight, and guess who came watch the game?
Who came watch the game?
Who came from Ole Miss tonight to watch the football game?
I don't know. Who did that?
The head football coach of Ole Miss.
Oh, really?
He was in attendance tonight to watch you know who.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got to understand something, okay? Arch Manning's brother, grandpa went to Ole Miss. His uncle went to Ole Miss. He has another uncle who went to Tennessee. And he's got LSU begging him please to come to Baton Rouge. It doesn't surprise me that Lane Kiffin was there.
Final score, the Greenies take down Episcopal tonight on the road, 37-6. I was not expecting this lopsided score.
No, that surprised me too. I was expecting a close game. Now, I did think Newman was going to win at the end, but I didn't see that score coming.
Next matchup, St. Charles and Dunham. St. Charles proving again
Yes.
why they are a top 3 defense in the state of Louisiana this year. Final score, St. Charles 27, Dunham 0. That same Dunham team that scored 62 a week before.
Right.
And the Pios beat St. Thomas Aquinas tonight 42-7. So Notre Dame gets it done at home tonight. Let's take a look at the semis.
Yeah, let's look at them.
Lafayette Christian Academy and the Newman
Greenies.
next week in the semis. Can Arch Manning take down LCA at LCA and end the quest for 5?
That's going to be a hard thing to do, but you can't ever tell. Depends on. That's why we play the game. But I must tell you, it's going to be hard to beat Lafayette Christian on their field.
You're right. They have not lost except a jamboree.
Right. I don't. Man, that's going to be a hard game. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be packed.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be rocking. It's going to be rocking and rolling at Knight Field.
Oh yeah. They know how to host a playoff
Oh, they
game.
do. Great job with Lafayette Christian on the way that they host events. It's great.
Your next semifinals, Notre Dame Pioneers versus the St. Charles Comets. You got
That's
the
gonna be a
red.
For us to get this going, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be tough. But I think that the winner of that game can easily. Oh, we got something.
I think we're okay.
Yeah, well, I think we're all right. The winner of that game
A phone call.
is going to really is going to be. I can't say it's going to win that, but we're looking at either a rematch between Notre Dame and Lafayette Christian. That's what I feel is going to probably happen. But man, it can go on any given day, any one of these teams
I
can
don't
win.
know, man. This is one of St. Charles's better seasons I've seen.
St. Charles got a good ball club, but can the Pios, score on them? That's what the question is. Can the Pios score on St. Charles's defense?
No upsets tonight.
No, not in there.
And no games of the night to choose from because all 4 of them were blowouts.
Right.
But helmet sticker tonight goes to, I got to give it to Newman going
Right.
on the road and taking down Episcopal at Episcopal.
Right.
So I
Gotta
give it
do
to
that.
Newman.
Because it's not really an upset, but the score is an upset.
Yeah, and,
But,
you go to Episcopal's
Right.
house and get it done.
But that's a good stick.
Yeah.
Man.
All right.
Last one.
Moving on to Division 4. Wichita Christian blanks Ascension Catholic 42-0 tonight. Calvary Baptist hangs 63 on Sacred Heart, takes down Sacred Heart 63-7. Southern Lab takes down Metairie Park Country Day 39-6, and St. Frederick's. Told y'all this is not a 14 seed.
No, not at all.
31-7. They take down the 6th seed Vermilion Catholic tonight. So, St. Frederick's, they're running that. They got a 10-2 record, and they're ranked 14. Some things you can't make up.
I don't understand that. I really don't. No.
All right, let's take a look into the semis, Gary.
Yep.
Wichita Christian, Calvary Baptist meet up in the semis next week. A rematch of last year's state championship.
That's what I'm saying. That's a state championship game right there.
Yes. Then you have Southern Labs offense versus St. Frederick's defense next week for the spot in the state championship.
Southern Lab has been playing some hard ball this year, so that's going to be an interesting matchup. You can't tell who's going to be in the finals with these 4 that are here because
Yes.
it could go any way.
We did not really have a game of the night, Gary.
Yeah.
But we did have an upset of the night.
Yes.
Upset of the night goes to St. Frederick over Vermilion Catholic. 14 takes down 6.
Right.
31-7. So St. Frederick earns upset of the night. And one helmet sticker, Gary, give it right back to him.
Right.
Give it to St. Frederick, upset of the night.
Yes.
Gary Swallow,
Yes, sir.
we just did 9 playoff brackets in the Whataburger parking lot.
When you love what you do, guys. Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks everyone for tuning in with us tonight. We still have what, 2-hour drive?
About
a 2
hour
hour
and a half, 2 hours.
hour and a half, 2-hour drives before we get home tonight. And then next week.
Wow. Where will we be? We don't know.
Wherever we'll be. You can catch us on the weekly pick show Wednesday night. But next week, Thanksgiving week, there's nothing like it.
Nothing at all like it.
You got Thanksgiving on Thursday. You have playoff football on Friday, Gary.
That's
I'm
it.
excited for it.
Every high school team in this state wants to play Thanksgiving week. And guess what? These teams did it.
We did Abbeville earlier in the segment. They won 28-20. We talked about them a lot earlier in the segment.
We were also there. We broadcasted earlier.
But Gary, final thoughts of Week 12.
All I can say is, man, congratulations to your winners. And even congratulations to the ones that didn't win, because you played your hearts out and you did what it had to do. Even if it was a blowout, it doesn't matter. This is the chance that you have, especially you seniors, to play a game that you love. Good luck to all of the winners. Look forward to seeing you guys next Friday. And stay healthy and make sure that you have a great Thanksgiving and be thankful for everything that's going on around you, because, life is short, and just enjoy everything that you get.
Gary, the playoff brackets came into tonight
Uh-huh.
with 112 teams. It is down to what? 56?
56.
56 teams remaining. There will be 9 at the end of this baby.
Right.
9 teams
Will be champions.
hold the state championship trophy up. So, as we say, give us your initial thoughts of Week 13 after listening to some of those matchups.
I tell you what, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be everything that you want in high school football this coming week, this coming Friday. Oh my God!
The best week of the entire season.
Best week of the entire season. There's no winners and there's no losers. They're there. You have to play the game to see who wins and goes on.
48 minutes.
But there's really no
decide a
losers
winner.
because you made it to Thanksgiving. You made it to the Thanksgiving week.
Somebody's going to make it to the state championship.
Somebody's gone to the top.
Yes.
Yeah. Who will it be? We don't know. That's
Okay.
why you play the game.
Yes. Let it be decided at those 4 quarters.
Tulane, UL, and the Dome.
That's it.
That's where you want. That's the road to those places right there. The Dome, UL, and Tulane.
9 trophies.
9 trophies will be given. I can't wait. I'll be honest with you. I can't wait.
Love this shit.
You're right.
All right. One last time from myself, Mr. Gary Swallow, Whataburgers parking lot, Taekwondo truck behind us, and we will pack up and head home. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the locals. Thanks, Abbeville and Waspin, for having us.
Yeah.
We will sign off for now, and we will see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Thanksgiving week. Also, we say, what was that thing I wanted to say?
Don't remember.
Don't remember, but we'll come back to it another day. Have a good night, folks. Oh, yeah, there it is. If you're going to watch this tomorrow,
Like and share. Do everything. Yeah.
if you're going to watch this tomorrow, we say good morning.
Good
huh?
morning. Oh, good morning. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
'cause it's
definitely.
way past the
It's
morning.
way past midnight, so it's in the morning. So good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Drink your coffee and watch some Under the Lights in the morning.
That's right. Later on, guys.